text you every night. Feels like you lost the drive. Don't have no sparks left to ignite. I can't help it if I'm bad.
That record you're hearing right there is from Callmejimmee. It's called Red Receipts. It's a joint that landed in our rotation, Chicago. You're tuned in to Vocalo Radio 91.1 FM, Chicago's only NPR music station. I'm your host, Bekoe, and alongside me, Callmejimmee is in the building.
What's going on, Bekoe? Thank you so much for having me today. I cannot express how grateful I am.
Oh, look, you came in expressing your expressions, and you put this expression on my face. If y'all can't hear it from the outside, I know y'all know I'm smiling. It's thank you for the love. I mean, and I appreciate you for making amazing music.
Oh, man.
You know, I was telling you off air, a lot of records that you submitted to us have landed in our rotation.
Yeah.
I don't think not one submission from you have not landed in our rotation. And I know beforehand you were saying like your pops encouraged you to submit to the station.
Yeah, he did. So it was a funny story. I had released this song called Feel. And at the time, I didn't really think much of it. But I knew that I was like, you know what? Maybe something's going to happen with this one. Maybe something's going to happen. And my dad, this was during 2020. I think it was in the winter. And he told me, he's like, hey, there's a station, 91.1 FM, Vocalo Radio. You know, check it out. Like, you can submit your music there. And I was just like, you know, I don't know about that. You know, I'm having fun with, you know, just making music for fun. You know, I don't know what it's like to get that big of an audience. You know, if I was, you know, able to get a submission in and get selected. And he said, just try it. So he said, you know what? I'll send it Feel. I'll see what happens. Lo and behold, it had ended up on the rotation. And I just, that was one of my proudest moments I've ever had in my life, honestly. I can't express how grateful I am to be able to be featured on a radio station in general. Because that's just not something I would expect my music to do. But
what? Why not? I mean, you put time into it, you put effort into it. Most importantly, you put a lot of thought into these records, and you never thought your record would land on radio.
You know, I make music for fun. You know, I make music. My biggest thing is I want to make music that I like to listen to.
Okay.
You know, I want to make the music that, you know, inspired me. You know, people like Lucky Day, people like Bruno Mars, people like Stevie Wonder. You know, like I want to see like myself make music like that so I can listen to that and be like, man, like I have more music to listen to and it's from me. And I think that's the biggest expression of self-love I could ever give myself.
Oh, man. Whew. I was listening to your project a little earlier, which we're going to get into. I'm not going to jump into it just yet.
Yeah.
Because I want you to break down your name some, because for those that search you, they may find two entities, okay? They're going to find Callmejimmee. Then they're going to also find Jimmee Music. So can you break down the difference between the two and like how you separate the two when it comes to releasing music?
Yeah, so Jimmee Music, that was the first name I came up with. The name Jimmee, it comes from one of my best friends. I consider him my brother. His name is Cameron. In middle school, he was just like, I want to think of a nickname for you. And I was just like, I don't know what nickname you gonna make out of Jalen. I ain't gonna lie to you. You can say Jay, but I mean, like, everybody got a J. Jaden, Jaquan, Javon, like, you know, everybody gonna be called Jay. So I don't know what's gonna make me different. So he asked me my initials. My full name is Jalen Morris Eskridge, and JME. That's my initials. So he was just like, why not just go for Jimmee? And from there, I was like, you know what? Yeah, that stuck with me all the way to college. I used to be called, I remember Dolson Floor 4. I used to be called Jimmee or Small Jim because I was really short then.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim, that was another one too. Slim Jim was another one too. That one got bumped though, because I didn't want to hit no lawsuits from nobody.
You know, they should have now cease and desist. Nowadays.
Yeah. And I'm only a freshman in college and I'm getting this type of press on me. I can't handle all that. So yeah, but when I came up with my artist name, Jimmee Music, I didn't know what type of, I knew I wanted Jimmee in there, but I didn't know how I wanted to facilitate that. You know, I didn't know how I wanted to add that into whatever moniker that was going to be. So I was just like, you know what, I'm Jimmee and this is my music, so it's Jimmee Music. Now, with Callmejimmee, I had gotten to a point, I want to think about a year ago, where I felt too limited within the name. It felt like I was just the person that releases this type of music rather than it being I'm Jimmee and I make music. You know what I mean? Like, so this is Jimmee music, but you can't say like this is Call Me Jimmee. You're gonna say like this person is Call Me Jimmee, not like that this is Call Me Jimmee music. Like obviously it's my music, but it's just like Jimmee music feels almost like a genre. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's just like I'm not a genre, I'm a person. You know, and I don't want to, while I love R&B and I always qualify myself as neo soul before anything, I don't want to be too boxed in, you know, and like get to a point where it's just like I make this type of music when my music ranges from so many different inspirations.
Yes, it does. I'm happy you broke things down because your music is very worldly. Like I see it playing in so many different films and so many commercials, on so many other broadcasts. Like you have a variety of music, and it's all good music. And before I get into one of my questions that I want to ask you, I told you I was gonna jump into something.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this first. How did you find yourself musically?
Musically, how did I find? Ooh, that's a great question. Well, growing up in the church, so you know, choir was the first, you know, stamp on that. You're gonna be music, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be a music person. The second stamp on that was Stevie Wonder. That is my all-time favorite artist. He is on the top and of many people's tops, of course. But like for me, like that was the thing that made me be like, I can do this. I want to do this. I want to sing like him. I want to do all of these riffs. I want to do all these runs. I want to have all these different vocal inflections. I want to, like, he's such a wide ranging artist. Like one of my favorite records, and I don't know if this is a lot of people's favorite records, but it's Hotter Than July.
Okay.
The range, the scope on that album, like he delved into some R&B country. I ain't gonna stand for. I will speak its praises till the day I die. That song is the perfect blend of R&B and country, and it's just like that. The level of expertise that he has within the musical landscape is unparalleled. And for me, I was like, I want to do music like that. Now with Bruno, he's what made me be like, oh, I want to perform. Because I don't think I've seen a lot of performers. And while we have our greats, for me, there is no one that is going to put more of a show-stopping performance and more of a just a catastrophic levels of talent than Bruno Mars will do on stage.
That brother is talented.
And it is insane. Like, brother can dance, brother can write, brother can sing, brother can play. Like, and he does it casually.
Like it's second nature to
Like
him.
it's second nature. And it makes me like, you know, like I understand why Prince loved you. I understand why you were able to do this tribute to him at the Grammys. Because, like, who else was going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is going to do that? And who else was going to get that nod of approval?
Up, yeah.
So that was it for me. Those two artists, that's what got me into music.
So it's Vocalo Radio, 91.1 FM, Chicago's only NPR music station. For those just now tuning in, I got Callmejimmee in the building with me. We're breaking down, you know, his musical background, how he's so musically inclined. You know, he landed in my top 5 not too long ago and has a lot of songs in our rotation. And I want to tap into a single right now. It's the very first record. Shout out to OG, because he told you should submit that to Vocalo. You did that, and not only did you do that, but it got you back into listening to radio.
Yes, it
so
did.
I mean, break down Feel before I get into it.
So Feel, I wrote that song in one of my college dorms. And I was just at this place where I'm like, we can't go out, you know? Like, we have very limited things of what we can do on campus because, you know, we came back in campus in 2020 and there was a whole lot of guidelines. So it was just like, man, like, I'm really into this person and I can't see them. Like, you know, like outside of classes and for the sake of my health, I can't see you. So it's like, I just want to feel like, you know, I just want to hold your hand or something like, you know, but I just want to feel you also emotionally. So like that connect that we can have like eye to eye, you know, I can't have that through a screen like that, but I can have that with you in person, but we just can't do that. So this is my like ballad to be like, please, like I just want this. I just want to feel you.
Let's get into it.
Back on my, yeah, I'm going stupid. My dreams they be lucid, but so convoluted. My feelings they ruthless, but baby, the truth is I know they ain't useless. So
Now, the question I wanted to ask you, which I think I already know the answer to.
Okay.
If you could feature with any artist right now, dead or alive,
Gosh.
who would it be and why?
Oh, it's like you're asking me to pick between my children, you know? Like I'm trying to choose which one, but I mean like right now, like there is no, you know what? I'm gonna hit you with a curveball. There is no one that I want to work more with right now than Dixon.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my gosh. So Darius Scott Dixon, he was on The Voice way back.
Okay.
And he released a project about a year ago called 004 Daisy. He's released many projects, but he was recently a writer and I believe a producer on Beyonce's Renaissance album. And he is also in my list of my favorite artists of all time. He does everything. He composes, he produces, he plays, he sings. A lot of my vocal inspiration too, when it comes to runs and riffs, like I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him. I would love to work with Dixon, and he's worked with our boy Chance on The Big Day. He was a producer on Chance's album
So
as
he's
well.
reachable.
Yeah.
All you got to do is hit his line. Well, we got to get the line first.
Right, we got to get the line first. You got to get to that step. I got to get to that step first.
You did hit me with a curveball because I absolutely thought you was going to say Stevie Wonder. Or Michael Jackson. I was ready for it. I was absolutely ready for Stevie Wonder or Mike Jackson. And nah, you hit me. You hit me with a curveball.
I can honestly take a hello from Stevie and that'd be enough. That would be enough.
Hopefully, you know what? We gonna speak it into fruition.
Yep. Manifestation right here, right now.
They always say we like 6 dimensions away, like a touch, a person away. I think 3 dimensions. However they call it.
Yeah.
So you near.
Yeah, we're there. We're almost there. We're getting there.
You know, and you brought your guitar today.
I
so
did.
You know I'm gonna
bring
have
my
you
guitar.
sing some things.
Oh, I'm excited to have you sing. Have me sing something. Excuse me. I mean, I would take something from you too if you got some vocals.
I'm gonna try.
I got some tea right here.
I had some tea earlier. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try to get these vocals unrusted and sing along with you. But I want to know about the guitar. Like, what inspired you to pretty much get into guitar?
Yeah. So I know the listeners can't view, but this is Shelby. You know, I've named this guitar. This is Shelby.
Okay.
What got me into guitar? I got this gift for Christmas. Way years back. And for a while, I like had it, and I didn't really play it. You know, like I don't know what it is, but like, yeah, it had to grow on me. I had been playing piano before I had started guitar. But there was one day. It was when the pandemic first started, and we were all indoors. I was like, well, ain't no time like the present, and I just sat down and started playing from there. And man, when I tell you the amount of Band-Aids that I've thrown away from like playing too much. Because, you know, you got to grow some calluses after a while. Now, I had to do some work for the calluses. So I would have like Band-Aids on every finger and still be playing just so I can, you know, get a chord down and get a song down, because I'm just like, I almost got it. I just need to press a little bit harder.
Man, that's passion.
Yeah.
Because once I start getting blisters on my fingers, it's a wrap. but it takes time. And within that time, of course, pain brings pleasure.
Yes,
so I'm happy I heard you say piano.
Yes.
So is there any other instruments you play?
Yes, I do. So I play bass. Like I know how to play a bass, and if I like sat down and let's do a song, I'll get it. And then I play drums. I have just started actually really starting to really play drums, and I love the drums. Like I've been playing some El DeBarge. I've been playing some Cheryl Lynn. I love the drums. And I said piano earlier, and then guitar obviously, and then I sing. I used to play saxophone in middle school. I used to play tenor sax for a while. I still have my sax. I just haven't really touched it much.
Man, you are super musically inclined. So out of all these instruments you named, guitar I'm guessing is your favorite.
It's guitar. It is guitar 100%. I had just got my first electric a while ago. Her name is Lucy. She's all red.
Okay. So you say
Yeah, this is Shelby right here. This acoustic.
So what made you name Shelby and Lucy?
With Shelby, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. There was no real thought for it. I just looked at the guitar and I'm like, Shelby. You Shelby.
You look like a Shelby.
You know, and then Lucy, it's an all red guitar, and I was just like, you know, I got to think. I'm a preacher's kid, so this is a little blasphemous, but you know, I'm thinking of Lucifer and I'm thinking of the red, you know, with the electric guitar. So I'm like, I'm gonna name you Lucy because you bad. When I start to really play you bad. So that's why I was Lucy and Shelby.
I got to see Lucy next time.
Ooh,
man.
I can't wait to bring in Lucy. I love her.
It's Vocalo Radio 91.1 FM, Chicago's only NPR music station. I'm your host, Bekoe. If you're just now tuning in, my special guest, Callmejimmee, is in the building. And I just heard you say, you know, you're a preacher child.
Yes.
So with you indulging in music, do you feel like any pressures or is there any complications due to, you know, your religion?
Yeah, so I do feel that sometimes. I do feel that, you know, I know that the music that I make is not necessarily representative of or all representative of my faith, you know? And I do keep that in mind. However, I think what really stuck with me the most is that if I'm not expressing myself in the way that is true and the way that feels real and doesn't feel like I'm trying to check off a box, you know, or I'm trying to fulfill an expectation that is not from me, then like I can't release that type of music, you know? So like with the music that I make now, I know for a fact that, you know, that who I'm going to give it up for. And I know who a fact that I give thanks for my musical talent and the music that I put out. But I know for certain that I don't think that it'd be better if I were to put out something that wasn't 100% me.
And if it wasn't 100% you, and I'm saying this based on like, excuse me, featured artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like say you link up with a featured artist and that artist does something for your track and it's not 100% you, what then happens?
I think we got to go back to the drawing board because that doesn't take away from the fact that I want to work with that artist. But it does take away from the intentionality within the song. So I would much rather start from the drawing board with that artist than to be like, nah, man, I can't work with you. I can't do this with you. Or if it is an artist that is putting something out that isn't representative of what I believe or what I feel in that way, then it's just kind of like, maybe we should take this, try a different direction somewhere, you know?
Before I tap into this music break, I want to talk a little bit about like your father's response to your music and family in general.
Yeah.
Are they supportive of your musical career?
Most definitely.
I mean, he did tell you to submit the Vocalo.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Honestly, my dad is the one that has made my music taste what it is. He planted the seeds. So a lot of that soul, a lot of hip hop, a lot of jazz, like that's what kind of made me blossom into everything else. So with my pops, like I give him a lot of thanks for the things that he's exposed me to and the music that he's introduced me to. And with my mom, you know, she's not the biggest fan of the ones that are too explicit, you know, but she is still nonetheless very supportive and she is, you know, always glowing and always just happy to hear, you know, my progress more than anything, and to see like what I've become now is like enough for her.
Oh man, that just, you know, we got to get into some music. I got Imperfect loaded up, which is like the perfect time to play this. Excuse me, to play this joint. Can you break this down for the listeners, please?
Yeah. So Imperfect. So I'm not a perfect person, and especially in relationships too. I make my mistakes and I have my flaws. And this song was all based upon that, you know, as I have to realize that I'm not like the one that is the good guy in the situation. There is no good guy. There is no like wrong party. We're all human, you know. But I do feel that sometimes you have to admit, you know, before anyone else does that, hey, I messed up and I need to own up to this, but I still want to make this work with you, you know. So that was the whole reason behind that song.
I don't give a damn what you hear right now.
Oh my God, it's been a vibe today, man. I really appreciate you sliding through. You know,
I appreciate you having me for real. This is such an honor. Honestly, it's such an honor. And I've been listening to this radio station for a few years now, and it's just like this is just what I'm going to listen to. This is what my radio is Vocalo radio. So it's just to actually be here is otherworldly. Like, I can't express my thankfulness enough.
No problem. We greatly appreciate that feedback, and I want to touch on radio, but I gotta tap into your latest project.
Yes.
Callmejimmee.
Callmejimmee.
Because knowing that you're a preacher's son, and then knowing that you're releasing projects on Halloween, why? So yeah, why the Halloween date?
So the Halloween date, I feel that was always my projected time of release where I wanted to do. I wanted to release it last year on Halloween. But life just did not pan that way. And this project has been like a full year and a half in the making. We started this in spring of 2022. Like, I had started writing and then made demos, and me and the producer duo, Smiles and Miles, and they worked on Loverboy EP that I had as Jimmee Music, that came out last summer. They had came back again. They were like, we want to make a full album. Like, we want to make an album together. And like, we just vibed so well off of that Loverboy EP. So we had just the synchronicity that we've had, and we aren't afraid to tell each other, like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. Like, no. Because, like, I want people who are going to be honest with me, because I'm going to be honest with them. Like, as a musician, I feel like you owe it to another musician to just be real with them and be like, this is not something that I feel is going to vibe well. So the amount of just everything clicking for us together was just so perfect. And then life happened for all of us, and we had to put it on hold for a while. And then when we got back into it, I want to say in the spring of this year, I started to redo like vocals, some vocals off of the album. I started like, I'm gonna redo the vocals for this song. I'm gonna redo it because I think I could do it better. I think I could do it more justice. And then it finally got to a place where I'm like, we are finished. We're done. I'm like, this is it. And I released Red Receipts, on the 1st. So I'm like, I know I kept teasing this album for a very long time. So thank you for waiting. Here's Red Receipts. It's going to come at the end of the month. It'll come on Halloween. And it hit that date. And happy Halloween. Callmejimmee is out everywhere. And I'm just so grateful for this project. It's just like, feels like a full expression of myself, like, in the sounds that I have in my head and what I'm hearing. It just
feel like it's a rebirth.
Yes, it is a full rebirth. Like, this album is a rebirth of what was Jimmee Music is now Callmejimmee.
Makes a lot of sense too, and it's 11 tracks. That's heat for you all to check out. I mean, give out your Instagram and your Twitter so people can follow and tap that link in the bio.
Of course, you can find me everywhere at Callmejimmee. That's CALLME. Jimmee is spelled JIMMEE. I had to put I'm in the middle of my initials. That's why it's like that, and then just an extra E, just
make sure you don't want to be left in this algorithmic maze.
I gotta find a way to be different. I gotta find some way to make my own mark in this world, and that's how I do it.
What's one of your favorite records off the latest album you dropped?
One of my favorite records off the album I dropped. Oh man! So there's this one that's on there, and it's my dad's favorite. One of my dad's favorite songs of mine ever. Table for Two. That song is similar to Imperfect, but it's more so of being able to both parties admitting that, we are not, something's not clicking, something's not working here, something is not vibing well, and we're admitting to each other that, like, hey, I've been doing this, you've been doing this, and like, I can do this as long as you're still here. As long as you're still going to be with me on this journey, as long as you're still walking your path right beside my own, like, we can get through this. It's like, I'm saving this table for two,
That's deep. It goes deeper than the title. Very deep. I do want to tap into you performing on the train.
Yeah.
How exciting And how nerve-wracking is that? Hopping on a train and just doing what you love in front of just random people.
You know,
I feel like you got some stories.
it takes a lot. It really does take a lot. You know, I just love to sing, and like even this is funny. My mama used to tell me that when we were riding the L, I think it was the Blue Line together when she was going to work, I'd be like, "Hey mom, I can sing my ABCs. You want to see?" And you know, I just sing straight out loud for everybody to hear. And that's like one of my like earliest moments I can recall of me like actually like, you know, wanting to sing and stuff. You know, so like being on the train and singing, like normally, like I would even like when I would bring my guitar sometimes on the train, and sometimes I like take a metro, and I'd be in the little middle of the little car where the exit is, and then the conductor be there, and I'll be like, I'm gonna just pop on my guitar and I'm gonna start playing, you know, and I'll just because it's just like music is such a universal language.
It is.
Anybody's gonna understand. Anybody's gonna be able to have the feelings that are being evoked from that song or whatever you're playing. So everyone's going to be able to get that. So it's just like there's nothing more unifying than that. You know, whether somebody's having a bad day, good day, sad day, you know, you hear some music, it's going to make you feel some type of way, whether that's happy, whether that's sad, whether that's angry, whether it's just going to be a release of an emotion. And anybody can understand what that feels like.
I got to know, too, what personally and musically, how has performing on the train helped you?
It's helped me a lot with confidence. It's helped me a lot with my confidence. Just being able to like be on stage and look at people, like, cause that's a big challenge for me. I like to close my eyes and just envelop myself in the music, but then I also want to engage everybody else who's trying to watch me. So it's helped me a lot with being more present in the moment with everybody than just me being present in the moment with my music and then seeing what everybody else thinks.
Confident building is real, man. And I know though your confidence is high, is there any train lines that you prefer not to perform on?
You know,
it's like I love my city, but I can't really.
I love
go
my
over
city,
there.
but like, you know, if if I was gonna go meet my friend, you know, on the south side, you know, if I was gonna go meet him, and I was on the red line, I brought my guitar with me. You know, I'm probably not gonna take it out. I'm probably gonna keep it in the bag because, you know, I understand that everybody wants guitar. You know, I get it, but this is Shelby, you know?
You ain't taking Shelby.
You
or
ain't taking
Louise.
Shelby. Yeah, you ain't taking nobody. This is just a fun time. So for the sake of everybody on this train and Shelby's life included, I'm gonna keep it in the bag. And I may not be singing tonight.
Look, well, right now you at Vocalo. Everything's good, and you got Shelby out the bag. You mind playing us a tune as we get ready to conclude some things?
I got you. You know this one right here.
Let me get you mic'd up right.
I can't help it if I'm paranoid, so insecure, hope you're not annoyed. These red receipts got me losing sleep, barely counting sheep, no it ain't that deep. Only worried that you're getting tired of me, yeah. I'm entangled with anxiety. Ooh. Are you still down for me? Are we still a team? Tell me, are we in the lead or should I admit defeat? Hit me back when you get the chance. Hit me back when you got free hands. Hit me back when you got no plans. Hit me back, hit me back. Hit me back when you change your stance. Hit me back when you want romance. Hit me back when you get the chance. Hit me back, hit me back. We used to talk on the daily. Now your car's getting real flaky, baby. Got me going a little crazy. Hair been a little too hazy, baby. I'ma play games, something need to change. Baby, we arranged before it's too late. Tell me straight, are we okay? I ain't delusional. We ain't been getting along. We were inseparable. Now talking feels so wrong. Baby, I'm terrified. I'd be so satisfied if you could clarify any concern I could burn in the candlelight. So keep me notified, horrified that you're tired of me. I'm entangled with anxiety. Are you still down for me? Are we still a team? Tell me, are we in the lead? Or should I admit defeat? Hit me back if you wanna. Hit me back when you're tryna. Stay. Hit me back if you need to. Hit me back when it's okay. Hit me back if you wanna. Hit me back when you're tryna. Hit me back if you need to. Hit me back when it's okay.
Oh, my God. I was trying. I told you that little rusty. And you talking about hit the line, look, you got our phone lines blowing up. Call me Jimmee.
Man, I heard your background vocals. Look, I'm ready. When's the show? Look, you let me know when you're available.
I'm the backup.
And we can set it up.
I'm the backup. You let me know.
I'm talking Jimmee and Bekoe.
Hey, I'm down for it.
It's a Jimmee Bekoe show.
I might have to take the vocals out and give you some bars. I'm just saying.
Oh, come on now. Look, I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
I got you covered on that. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my God. Can't even talk right, but hit our line 888-635-1112. It was a pleasure having you. Your new project is out right now. Call Me Jimmee. And yeah, it features Smiles by Mouse. I think I said that
Smiles
right.
And Mouse.
Smiles
it's all
and
good.
Mouse.
You know, I understand the name, the X and everything. It gets a little confusing.
You got to let people know again how they can follow you, how they can get in tune with you, and if you have any upcoming performances.
Yeah, so again, you can follow me anywhere at Callmejimmee, CALLMEJIMMEE. That's just everywhere you can find me there. I don't have any upcoming shows just yet, but I promise you they are coming. They are coming, and I'm going to bring some friends along with me, and it's going to be beautiful, and I just hope that anyone who wants to tune into my music can. It's a safe space for, the anxiety-ridden romantics out there like me. So, hey, hit the line, or at least hit the Spotify or Apple Music, whatever works.
Every stream count. Okay?
Every stream counts.
Help
everyone.
him purchase a new guitar, and we can name it Bekoe.
Yeah, come on now.
Appreciate you sliding. That was a beautiful, beautiful solo you gave our listeners, man. And yeah, appreciate you. For more, download that Vocalo app and take us with you around the map so you can keep us with you on the go. But I gots to go, but I'm leaving y'all with a treat. You heard him sing it live. Now you finna hear the song live. It's called Red Receipts, and you're hearing it right here on 91.1 FM.